following me? Hey, what's good, all? And on that note, what is evil? Really, what is good and evil in this dog-eat-dog world we live in, where cats ignore your affection and guinea pigs are there and rabbits, plants? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, welcome to the show. It's still going on. Can you believe it? We don't even get paid. But we are happy to continue to bring vicious mockery to you every week. Aren't you lucky? Yeah, this week's episode deals with the confrontation between Pickles Gang and the Bishop of Sexy Town, or whatever it's called. Boss fight, so come watch us level up in episode 14, The Bishop and the Fox. Get it?
Crappy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays, everyone. I guess it's holidays now, right? Because you're going to be having a holiday soon, whatever the heck it is. You're probably out of school. Maybe you're taking a couple days off work. Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying all of Vicious Mockery. Last episode, I guess our buddies here in the Pickle Gang, they ended up defeating the Bishop Felkrin. He was not exactly what they were looking for or hoping for. Very, very different, right? So yeah, a little bit of resolution for the new coming new year, right? Mm-hmm. And in the spirit of giving, guess what they got? Part of their gift. They got a brand new level. Oh my God!
Yay.
Everyone's level 3 now. And in the spirit of leveling up, of course, I have to ask the players what new stuff they got, right? Absolutely. So, who wants to talk about how cool they are now?
Let's see. Well, the paladin here, Adrin the Faithless, the paladin. He's gone up to level 3. He now has Bane,
Ooh,
Hunter's Mark,
nice.
Divine Health,
Okay.
which means he's immune to disease.
All right.
All of them. And what else? Vow. He's taken some vows of vow of enmity.
Okay.
And which is he can basically get some advantages on attack rolls, and he abjures enemies, so he can make them fear him.
Oh, okay.
Fear me. And he's also really been hitting that contortionist manual hardcore. So I think he's learned a few things there. He's now got an acrobatics score of 160.
Oh,
So
that makes sense.
ladies.
What'd you roll? A 2 plus 160?
So, did you? What oath did you take?
The Oath of Vengeance
Oof.
against evil.
Okay.
They eviled a little too much, and he is pushing back.
All right.
He's not going to take it anymore.
All right. Evil, as you can see, evil is a little perspectival.
That's what they say. That's the word on the street.
Yeah.
But not to him. He sees in
Black and white?
Mm-hmm. Sorta. You know, not really like black and white, but
Right.
you know, shades of not so gray.
Understood.
Next.
I'm full D&Ding right now with 2 books.
Nice. That's how to play.
I've reached my ultimate form.
But are you ready to talk about what's
Sure.
new for
Let me
Delron?
read all these books.
All right.
Delron has also leveled up and has finally picked his monastic tradition because he's from a monastery where he learned to use his weapons. So I have 2 weapons, which I am really good with. They're my babies. One is a longsword, which I had but I wasn't using because that's how D&D and levels work. So now I have a longsword, which I'm really good with, and a longbow, which I can do a little bit of extra damage with just because I know how to aim it well, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I got an extra key point, and I can catch like projectiles and stuff in air. So if someone shoots an arrow at me, I can catch it. Maybe,
arrow.
hopefully, depending on the damage.
Cool. Very, very cool.
I am more monkish.
Now, which one of you ladies would like to speak first?
I could say mine. So now that we leveled up, I got an extra slot for my level 1. So now I have 4 slots I can use.
Right.
And then I got a level 2 spell, which I decided to behold hold person,
Yeah.
and I could use that with 2 slots.
Yeah.
So 2 per day.
That's gonna murder me so bad.
I got to choose my bardic college, and I have chosen Whispers. So now I have what's called Psychic Blade, which means I could do weapon damage directly psychically. So it becomes toxic psychically. It's a D6 or 3D6. Here, I'll read it to you.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2D6s per psychic damage, or extra 2D psychic damage. There you go. But I can increase it if I decide to choose it. If I decide to have bardic inspiration on myself, I make it a 3D6 instead.
And that's like per every hit.
Yeah, weapon to attack magically toxic to person's mind at hit. You can expand it by 1 inspiration to deal extra 2d6 per damage. Increases to 3d6 per every 5th level.
That
so
is like
3.
broken.
Yeah, so it's
Wait, what
2
college is this?
College of Whispers.
Oh, nice.
It's in Xanathars, yeah. That I'm fearing that.
Oh,
she's
be
just gonna be
afraid.
So the damage.
wrecking
So
me.
what happens is like I guess it's a d6 of damage or whatever that goes of my weapon or my weapon. There we go.
Yeah.
Whatever my weapon is, I can instead of causing it physically become psychically, which does the
2d6.
And no, it's I have to expend an inspiration to do an additional 2d6.
Oh, I
damage.
see.
So it cost her inspiration.
But it's still pretty evil because if I have like a rapier and I do it, and then I decided a bardic inspiration myself, I get another 2d6s to roll to do damage.
On top of the damage. So
Yeah.
it's like a sneak attack, but with
So they do they get the psychic damage, which I think is disadvantage, and then they get another disadvantage. Hit.
Psychic.
And then words of terror, which is if I speak to a person for a minute, I can make them paranoid, and if they fail a DC throw against my will, I think so. Wait,
Yeah, it's a wisdom
DC,
saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. They can either be frightened of myself or other creatures, and it lasts for an hour. But I can only use that once per rest, just like the 3 per.
Things
per
just got interesting.
Support class,
Only
man.
took us 13 hours. But things are now officially
It
interesting.
only took 13 hours for Darman to use a bigger sword. Guess he didn't know until then. Also, can I point out AOD? You have to turn the lights on.
Oh,
I'm not cheerful today. I'm a terrible Christmas day.
it's life day.
I'm the Grinch.
Yay!
I'm the Grinch.
All right.
heart
Last
grew.
but certainly not least, our powerhouse, the true powerhouse of Vicious Mockery. How's Althea doing?
Althea's doing very well. She gets 4 level 1 spell slots and 2 second level spell slots. She gets 3 sorcery points. And I also get a quickened spell, which, what does it allow me to do? Oh, it allows me to cast a normal spell as a bonus action, which is great. And a twinned spell, which allows me to, if a spell only targets one creature, I can have it target a second creature.
Split off.
So that's nice and powerful. And I got a new spell, and I chose Dragon's Breath, which I touch a willing creature, and they can spew magical energy from their mouth, and it can be whatever element I want. And it's pretty awesome. And let's see, there's a dexterity saving throw involved,
Right.
taking 3d6 damage on a failed save.
Of her choice of like,
Cone line.
no, damage type. It can be
Damage.
acid, thunder, fire, ice.
That's the elements that you can shoot from her
Yeah.
mouth.
Yes, acid, cold, fire,
Or
lightning,
one of
or
us if she casts it
poison.
on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to be able to touch you.
Okay.
So like literally at night, you could just be like, boop, and then we're like, blood, acid
Yeah.
everywhere. Okay. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Good
And
to
I
know.
think it lasts like a minute or something.
It does last about a minute. Yeah.
She's the epicac of the D&D world now.
Yes, it is 1 minute.
Do you get to change the like? Is it cone
It's
line?
only a cone.
Cone.
It's a 15-foot cone.
It's always a cone.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
Some kind.
Pretty good.
I don't like the breath as a line. I always get confused like when dragon
'Cause-
breath is a line.
Because when a dragon's shooting acid, it's not like a cone. It's like a.
No, but if
spurt.
you're
Oh,
if
it's
you're-
like
That's what it is.
if you're practiced dragon, you're like, or like, blah, you know, you're.
Well, I always
mixing
understood it
up.
depends on the thing. So like, I think it's the acid one that's a line because it's like a spurt. It's like a. Yeah.
Right.
And then lightning is just a fucking lightning
Bolt
bolt.
of lightning.
Yeah.
And I think everything else is like a cone.
That makes
I'm not
sense.
entirely sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could understand like cone would. Anyways.
This would be an element by element basis.
Yeah.
We'll
Sure.
decide.
I like Dungeons and Dragons. You know, it's
thought you were gonna say I like
cool like
cones.
that.
I like
I like cones. I like math. No, I don't. I hated math as a kid.
I love math.
Either way, happy holidays to yous out there in the internet world. Really happy that you're jumping on to Vicious Mockery. If you haven't already liked this video, please do that. Subscribe, tell a friend, bonus points, and you might get a wink from me if you tell a friend.
You ready to give it up?
But let's go back to where we were in the story, right? Our friends here just got done defeating the bishop. He is essentially unconscious, tied up in what looks to be a very slightly fancy room. What I believe I failed to mention last time is that in the corner, Delron, actually, was it Delron? No. Audrin was in. There is, let's make it a corner that no one's visited. In the corner directly to the right, there is a bag. There's a bag of
Yeah, I'll go
stuff.
through that.
All right.
Also, like, what does the bishop look like? Is he wearing a funny hat?
No.
Robes? Is there anything that distinguishes him as a bishop?
Absolutely not.
Not. Okay, now what about the dead paladin? Is he wearing any markings that might be familiar?
Yes. Why don't you give me a knowledge history?
Damn it. I have no knowledge of history according to that roll.
May I help him out?
History or her story?
Oh my God, you jinxed me. 5.
I have a +4 history.
Try it.
Yay,
ahead, Ronan.
hooray,
I go,
hooray.
hey Al, take a look at these markings on this guy.
Let's see, 12 + 4 is 16.
Not bad.
16.
16.
That's enough.
All right.
So everyone's like basically taking apart Aldrich's stuff.
I'll look at the bag.
And
Anything that resonates in the room?
Your presence.
the only awkward thing that doesn't quite belong in the room, because this is a nice room and it's been well kept. This might be Redis' room. There's, I believe they call it a curio, is like a little spot where you can do your makeup. Vanity, sorry.
And you wanted to say Keurig? It's coffee maker.
It's a coffee maker. There's a coffee maker. There's like a vanity, and there's lots of cool stuff on the vanity, all used, of course. And Aldrich has a lot of great makeup on. Just kidding.
I was gonna say he's kind of a fop.
When you're looking at him, the two of you are just so confused, but you end up getting this idea, and so you run your hand down his chest, hoping to find some kind of a holy symbol. When you pull it out, not only do you find what looks to be a paladin's holy symbol, but there's a family crest on the other side. And it's Fountain. And that is basically one of the noble families in Sectus. And so not only is he a paladin of some kind, but he's also part of a rich family.
All right, we're dealing with a
I
spoiled
check his
asshole here.
pockets. Like I look through his wallet.
What's in his wallet?
Okay. You find, when you find his belt pouch, you find 83 gold coins.
Woohoo! 83. Look at that.
And the bag, right? Give me a percentile roll.
Let me go through my dice here real quick. Where's the there we go. That's a 45.
45? Give me a second one. Give me a second.
I shall. That's a 23.
Yeah, third. Give me a third one.
Just pick a number, Mark.
I want it to be above 37, but 45 is so low.
26.
Keep going.
I check also. Do you need help checking that bag?
81
81.
go.
Perfect. Okay.
percentile dice.
You roll a 4-sided die.
A 4-sided die.
4-sided die. Pyramid.
A 3.
All right. 3. Perfect.
Deck of many things?
Okay. In the deck of many things. You wish.
No, I don't.
Suicide. It's painless.
The end of the campaign.
All right. 8 gems are in here. Each gem would be worth 50 gold pieces each to the right seller. And there are
80, you said?
8
gold pieces? Well, how many were they worth?
8 gems, 50 gold each. And I gotta go to table C, magic table C. And there's 3 on magic table C. Althea, give me a percentile roll.
Okay.
Aote, give me a percentile roll.
Just a regular 10, right?
Uh,
Or do you
the
actually want me to do
2D, the
the-
two
One of
D10s.
these
The-
and one,
I need to know the full number.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
And
No, I know,
then
but I wanna use it,
Audryn,
it's
give
not
me
mine.
a percentile roll.
6.
6%.
6?
Roll again or no?
No.
Okay.
54?
Yeah.
54?
We can do that. And then I have a 24.
Potion of some kind.
Okay.
Yours is
24.
Okay, yeah.
there's an arrow
Oh, I found an arrow.
and
I
wait,
throw it at
24,
Delron
right?
for him to catch.
And then
54.
54.
You said an arrow?
An
A
arrow.
potion for you too.
And
So there's 2 potions in here. One is a dark red, and the other is a bright blue. And there seems to be an arrow that's emitting some kind of a glow.
All right, we're gonna have to look through all this stuff later. But dark red and blue.
Yes.
I claim
Cool.
the blue
I'll keep
one.
those.
All
I
right.
have like 6 potions to look through.
All right.
Yeah.
Give
I
me.
see you just pour them all.
Why don't you
in
give
the
me an
same
Arcana?
thing.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, homework tonight.
13.
13.
Yes.
That's enough. You know this potion to be the potion of heroism.
Is that blue?
Which one?
Blue one.
Heroism.
For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour.
Sweet, shoot up that heroin.
For the same duration, you are under the effect of bless.
So D4 to
This
everything.
blue potion bubbles and steams as if boiled.
Nice. So that's a heroism potion.
Okay?
Well, you guys don't even need me anymore. Got potions to do my job.
You can do it too.
I guess. Tough to say.
What about the dark red one? Can I do a herb check on it?
Yeah, herbalism check will work.
Thank you, man. That's 17 plus herb stuff, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. As long as it's above 10, I'm usually going to count it. So this one is a. Where the heck did it go? I don't want to go see rings. What the heck? Potion of superior healing.
Nice. Soups.
So what? 2D.
It's 4D4 plus 4.
4D4. There we go. And then does anybody want to look at the ammunition?
Yeah.
Someone arcane?
Yeah.
Sorceress?
What? What do you want me to roll? You want me to roll
Arcana.
Arcana, so that's a D20 plus my big
you-
old Arcana.
You're looking at the arrow, and
That's a natural 19.
19 plus probably 4.
it's a +2 arrow.
Nice. Plus 2 arrow.
Yeah.
And
Just
on
one though, right?
on there is a elven tag that is tied to the back of
30
it.
gold. Fresh that's
An elven what?
like 25.
Sale price.
written in Elvish. It's a
Oh.
tag, and it's on the what are they called? The feather tip of the arrow, the tail.
Quiver?
No. The
Yeah, the tail. You guys, it's in Elvish.
Okay. And what does it say?
Fly true.
Flight
yeah,
true?
the Fletcher.
I love this arrow. We're going to use this at a very specific time.
Yes, and the dark red was a super healing.
Cool. I got like 4 other potions to go through, but I don't know if you want to do that now or some other time. There's the potions I got with the apothecary.
And
Maybe we can do it off
you
camera
just
or something,
grabbed-
I don't
You just
know.
grabbed them.
Yeah.
Give me
How many did I grab? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't
I
remember.
thought it was 4.
Yeah,
Four.
that's what I remember too.
The fletching. That's correct. Or the notch. Of an arrow.
So many potions to go through. I just remembered I have 2 offensive potions.
It's because they just smell. They're just offensive to the
Give me,
senses.
just roll a d20. Roll a
Everybody?
d20.
16.
16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How you guys doing?
Riveting entertainment.
Nice.
I feel like
First
this
one.
is the moment we can actually
First one.
edit.
Potion of fire breath.
Fire breath.
Okay, roll again.
Cool.
9.
9. Haha. Potion of growth.
Potion of growth again.
Ew.
Yeah.
7.
Potion of animal friendship.
Nice. One more.
Woo.
11.
You know this one. You know this one. Oil of slipperiness.
Oh, shit.
Got another one,
Got it
guys.
back.
All right. There you go. That's all you get.
Cool.
Never far from our minds.
Oh no, I dropped some dice. Whatever.
Potion of growth.
Oh, no.
It makes
Look,
the whole body
potion
larger.
of growth, animal friendship, a contortionist manual, and my immunity to disease means wild weekend.
That's your paladin right there.
Damn right. I'm everybody's pal.
Freaking pillar of good.
All right. What would you like to do, guys?
All right, so we have explored the room. We've kind of checked these guys, frisked them.
No.
Okay, well, we start frisking you. Althea's got the holy relic symbol
Yeah.
with a name on it, so we'll hold on to that.
Because you haven't looked at the bishop's person.
So I frisk the bishop. I frisk that frisky bishop.
Come on.
And can I cast a perception check on the room?
Yes.
A perception.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Perception check. 6. Plus anything. Plus 2 maybe.
Oh, also, I'm like
6.
Laying on my
6, but
hands,
my perception is
giving
plus
myself a few
2.
hit points back.
Right. No,
think I
my
can get
perception
14.
is. Or your perception is plus 2, so 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, you don't find anything. There seems to be more notes, the half scribbled notes
Oh,
that he
yeah.
finds. They start sentences and they don't finish them.
But it's,
feel like
the
it's sometimes
sentences aren't
suspicious.
important. It's nonsense.
Like the first one you grabbed is, we moved the, and then it stops because he misspelled moved. And then the next one is, we moved the extract, and then he spelled that wrong, and so he crossed that out and scribbled it, and then then the next one he writes extraction point, and then scribbles it out, throws it out. So it's like he has one thought and he can't get it out.
This guy's a moron.
So does
He
anybody
is. Let's
want
ask
to
him
make
some questions.
you okay?
One.
I wanna like.
Do you
come
want to
up with some-
perception check his body?
Oh, check it. Yeah, I'll
you,
check it.
you see me
While I-
randomly put like pieces of like clothes, like I find like napkins or something to rip apart. You see me stick it in his ears real quick, and then you see me just kind of pull out the lute and just start playing for Song of Rest.
Okay.
10.
He
10?
can't hear it. Anyone
Right,
who hears
right.
it has to regain stuff, and I don't want him to regain anything.
Who's got the 15 passive perception?
Not
do.
me.
I'll count 15.
I have 13. That's all I have.
Where's the passive perception?
You find
What's your perception?
you find
Plus
a
So it's 14.
Oh, perception plus
a
2.
note.
So 12.
It's folded 4 times in a very small way. It's folded to be very, very small. And it's tucked into like his belt. And when you pull it out and you unravel it, it seems to be something that was supposed to be sent out very, very soon. And it says, we've moved the extraction point to the east cliff off of the coast. The Foxes have sent a dead drop crew. We need to act as a distraction. The princess will be at the new drop point, unharmed as requested.
All right.
So
Well,
we need to save a princess.
I grab a bunch of rope and I hang the bishop upside down in the room, up like a beam or something.
Okay.
Finish
Yeah.
my
And
song
then
of
I
rest.
slap him awake with my dagger.
I finished my
Song of rest. You
so
pull
people
the
can do
you
hit
pull the
points.
things out of his ear and you slap him with the dagger. He's hanging upside down. The blood is rushing to his face.
Punch him. Quickly, questions. You answer, we don't hurt you. It's easy. I don't have to explain it. What are you doing with the princess?
If I knew, do you think I would say?
Cut
All right.
off his Johnson.
No.
No, I don't want to touch any more dicks.
What about the foxes?
The foxes, they're idiots. You're idiots.
Hey, Audrey, you still got some healing?
I do have some healing.
I stab.
Oh no, I don't.
Bishop.
I do.
Oops.
I do. I know you should. I just did a short rest.
You
I
have
just did
potions.
Can we do a short
I
rest?
just
Yeah.
hit my song of rest.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so what do I get from that? Do I get my
You're 15.
Your
layer
hit,
get
your,
my 15 back?
Jesus.
Do I get any hit points for the day?
yes. Can
You
you,
have
have
die.
healing.
You have to roll your
yes,
hit die.
stab. Oh, wait, no.
Just one?
Well,
One or
however,
more
you
hit
have 3
dice.
hit dice,
Yeah,
so you
so-
can roll as many as you want.
your hit dice.
Because
wanna
it's
roll
a
40 of
long
them.
it's a short rest, so yeah. So-
16. All right.
That's how much you get back.
Oh, nice. I'm up to like 35.
16 plus your con mod.
Okay, so yeah, we can do this all day.
Yeah, I stab him and then I'll heal him.
I boop him.
He vomits up a little bit of blood.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Ugh.
I'm going to kill you. If you don't answer our questions, it's going to take longer.
It doesn't matter.
Fine. We'll do it one more time, see if he changes his mind.
Okay.
Doesn't?
Look,
Come on, man.
look,
Just answer the question.
look. We found a cave. We found a cave. It's been long lost. Something about dwarves. And we just put that girl in that cave. I hired a bunch of goblins, hobgoblins, vicious mother effers. They told me that they'd do anything for coin. I said, sure. If I could get those foxes, if I could shove one right up their asses, I'll do a job. I don't even care if I'll die at the end of it, if I can send them a message. Don't fuck with us.
Who is us?
Me,
Oh, don't fuck with
and
you.
Haldrick, and Flazel, and Steele.
Like, well, what did this town have to do with it? What are you taking over towns for?
It's just part of the distraction.
This is all
Good.
distraction.
You add a
Distracting.
little bit of dissent.
Okay.
You put those stupid guilds, you set them off kilter. You put them on their side. You make them dance their stupid dance. You just gotta do one stupid dance, and you make them feel like shit. You send dissent down into their depths. You make their stomachs quiver.
I say so. It would really make you sad if we just turned you into them.
Look.
Does it?
A man doesn't need to be alive or dead. If Creeken sees me, he'll kill me before he even makes me say a word. He knows everything I know. He just doesn't know what I just did. But trust me, he'll know soon, because you'll know soon.
So 13 passes since he's hanging. Do I see his old fox
Yes.
thing? I'm hearing this, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it.
And Althea prestidigitizes a gross smell under his nose
So
because
terrible.
because
You realize
he
you're gonna all
mentioned
end up
smell.
smelling it.
19 on persuasion.
Uh-huh.
I ask him what exactly went down with you and Creeken, and what is and why would Creeken kill you? What is it that you know that you?
Oh!
Respect the lady.
When they're done with you, they'll slice your throat. They'll kill you. Hey, you want to join their fun ranks? You want to have fun with Creeken just because it's a buck? well, look, I was one of their best assassins. And then they put me on a list to be killed because I just knew too much. And when they were done with me, they just hung me out to dry, just like you guys are hanging me out to dry.
And what?
I say we're hanging you out to dry because you took over a town full of innocent people and sent them into a shanty town and had a bunch of them killed by goblins. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Maybe if you didn't do all that,
Maybe.
we wouldn't be in your business.
Does it?
What do you know about it? Like, what do you know? You knew too much. What is it?
You're not going to win here.
All right.
You're not going to
Fine.
win
So
here.
we should just take this guy
One
to
last thing here.
Nope.
town.
I was gonna do
Or actually,
the
I got
thing.
2 more questions for you, asshole, hanging on the roof. First of all,
gonna do
how much
words of terror
time do
on
we
this
have to make
fucker.
it to that cave?
Well, if all things considered, all the drop ship needs to find the new location. They don't know the new location, so she might be there for a couple
Time.
days. I don't care.
Fine.
Easy. Words of terror.
Last question.
There. Words of terror.
Oh shit.
Okay, so he starts
He has
freaking
to-
out.
Because he has to do a saving throw to, I think it's against my DC or whatever.
Your spell save.
Uh,
I think. Where is my thing? Am I blind? Where is my? Oh, there it is.
15.
Beat it by 2.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He says, "Oh, mind tricks! Mind tricks! One more mind trick! Oh, he's got a good one now, doesn't he? Oh, Bishop.
Shut up, will you? All right.
Oh, that little slip. He's got a good one now. Oh, you're just feeding him, aren't you? You're just giving him everything he wants."
I grab his head because he's upside down.
Yeah.
Grab his head and I put my dagger up against his throat and ask him one last question. Why you call yourself a bishop? Do you follow diet?
When you want to set fear in everyone you've ever loved and everyone that hates you, you gotta make a name for yourself. And what better name than a name of a holy person? I found Aldrich. Aldrich showed me the way. He said, "Hey, if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out in style." And he said, "Hey, I'm done with being a paladin. My way's done. They chose me. I didn't choose this. I didn't want any of this." And I said, "Buddy, I know exactly how you feel." And so we set up a plan to fuck with the guilds. And guess what? You being here, you guys showing up here, I already won.
Yeah,
I
good.
already won.
I grab
You
his
just gotta use the name, buddy. They call you a bishop. They think you're a holy person. They think you're gonna save everyone. But when you realize you slit everyone's throats, real fear is right there, friend. That's how you take over. That's how you win. You scare them. I scared all of Sectus. Everyone fears me. They sent someone to kill me because you fear me.
Yeah, now we could just turn you in.
Good job. I grab him and I look at him. I'm like, you slit throats? That's fine. Only Daya will judge you now. And I slit his throat. And just let him hang.
All right. So,
Go,
And I
loser!
stare at him. And Delron just stares at him in the eyes while he dies.
Terrible group of friends.
I mean, he's just gonna give in, right?
That sounds like a terrible group of friends.
He disrespected.
Well,
I walk out. I'm like, I'm gonna go look at the other shit.
I go, well, I guess job's done here. I guess we should inform Reddith that they can move back in to their town. No more guards, no more bodyguards, and no more bishop. Is he wearing a funny hat? He's not wearing a funny hat? I was going to say we could take the funny hat back to Slip as proof, but I guess we could just take his head.
That's up to you.
What do you guys want to take?
Head.
Oh, the head?
Can I do? If you're gonna decapitate him, from where do you guys decapitate him?
No, I don't decapitate him. I just slit his throat.
No, he wants to take his head.
Not yet. No, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not married to the idea.
Yeah, what
I don't
else?
think we need to.
What are you guys gonna do with the body?
I feel like Creeken will know. I will leave him hanging.
We can leave him hanging. Maybe we can get a letter from Meredith.
Well, actually, is there a way up to the roof?
Oh my God! Don't do that to
Just a
them.
grappling hook.
Don't do that to them. Please don't put the body on our poor hotel. That's her. We already destroyed this poor place with blood. Don't make them suffer
I mean,
more.
the window's open. You can always shove the body out the window.
I'm not the DM, but Ailey, you're gonna have to persuade me for that. Because I want to do it.
Oh my God!
Or Delron
No.
wants
wanna
to do
shove
it.
the body out the
I will
window?
go try to
Delron
persuade
wants to make a
against it.
statement.
Both window, but okay, but there's nobody
There's
here.
no one here to make a statement too.
I just want to do it.
Sweet Jesus. Thank you.
Oh.
19 again. 20
Yeah, I don't think I can. There's
Two.
nothing I
Are
can
you
roll
persuading
to
him
beat that.
to do it or
to
to
not
do it?
do it. 22. Don't
I leave the
do
room.
it.
All right.
We've already destroyed this poor woman's business.
So-
Blood everywhere.
All
There
right.
is blood everywhere. Well, we got to inform Reddit
Yes.
and
So-
find out what their deal is if they're moving back into town.
Did you guys want to look at any of the rooms that you guys did not look through?
Yeah.
Let's do a double take
Okay.
through the rest of the.
So I'm gonna kind of steamroll you guys.
That's
and
fine.
Just go to one room, and I'm gonna see if you roll a high enough roll on one room. So you go into the room that actually is well manicured and
Nope.
nice, and everyone give me a perception check in there.
I'm not in there. I went to the blacksmith.
Okay.
Just one thing I want to do. I'll tell
Okay.
you in a sec.
Perception of 19,
Yeah, give
but
it her.
plus like 2.
Okay. So
Because we didn't perceive nothing.
okay. So when you guys get into that nice manicured room, everyone's kind of looking around. Everyone ends up looking around in different rooms and stuff like that. But this one is a little different. And when you take a step, you notice that there's a loose floorboard. Of course, there's always a loose floorboard. And there's a journal. It's leather bound, and on the in this beautiful kind of cursive writing, there is it says fountain on the front of it. Would you like to look through the book?
They go, hey,
Yeah.
doesn't that have something to do with his relic?
Totally, I do.
All right.
I never learned to read.
It says that this is the journal of Aldrich Fountain, fallen holyman of Dia. Dia means nothing. The guilds want to mean everything, and they're slowly sinking us into nothingness.
Seems I could have been friends with this guy.
As you flip through the pages, you'll notice that they detail that Aldrich and Felkrin worked together to hire John Steele Barrow and his crew in order to act as a distraction for a larger initiative to cause dissent in the guilds. They received a letter in the mail not but a week ago from an unnamed source asking them to kidnap the Princess of Sectus. It details that they've just recently done that, and they have her in one location but had to move it because it became very unsafe in the old location. So John recently discovered a former, like a cave that used to be some kind of a dwarven make, and they've emptied out the cave, what they believe, and they have her there. The guards were John's, Steele's. The wolves were Steele's.
Not anymore.
He doesn't know very much about Steele, but he just knows that he has a pirate crew and a brother. And that's all he goes into detail about. Flazelle joined their crew a little later. Her and John hit it off as being very good friends. She is Felcrin's niece and
Who is Felcrin?
the bishop.
Bishop.
Yes. Then he goes on. She is being described as someone who was a part of the mages, and when her uncle left or was forcibly kicked out of the Foxes, she, in protection of her uncle, joined his crew. The bishop was publicly known. What's publicly known is the following, and this was known about 20 years ago before he left, that he once killed a minotaur with a single strike from a spiked club.
The guy that we just killed.
Yeah.
Tanky.
He loves music, ale.
What is this, his Tinder profile?
Yeah. But what Aldrich goes on to say is that he did not kill the Minotaur in one single strike. The Minotaur was already ailing and dying, and he got the last blow. He was taken, he took full advantage of that, took the name Bishop as his assassin name because he had stood over more dead bodies than any busy clergyman.
I wish Slip would have mentioned that like his name was Bishop, and it was sort of like his code name, but it had nothing to do with an actual position.
Yeah,
That might
He
have
didn't
been
wanna
useful
tell us.
information.
true.
Aldrich Fountain goes on to say that he, after meeting Felcrin took the name Bishop because he and Aldrich ended up having a very good relationship with each other, very much a buddy-buddy. Aldrich fell to vice and essentially became corrupt after the Felcrin was excommunicated from the Foxes. Felcrin was saved by Aldrich. The Bishop Felcrin was supposed to have died. He was laid, his throat was slit, and he was laid out to be killed, and Aldrich came to his aid. Unfortunately, Aldrich came too late before the wound could be perfectly healed, so he is now permanently scarred in the throat, and now
Oh, I
he
thought
is
it was the
permanently
back
dead.
of his
Yeah,
neck.
it actually goes down.
Ah, gotcha.
It goes all the way through the side of his neck.
Damn. Worse than me.
Yeah.
It's pretty harsh.
And that's what he goes into detail about on the journal.
All right, we hold on to the journal.
Mm-hmm.
And
But basically, it's an admission of all the stuff.
yeah, that and the holy book or the holy relic will be useful.
All right.
Have we figured out this cave situation, or how long has the princess been kidnapped? I feel like we probably, because we've only been on this journey for a couple days.
Yeah,
She's
they actually, the goblins at the halfway inn actually told us about the cave.
Oh yeah, we beat it out of one of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. You just didn't know what was that about.
Yeah.
And if you recall, it was the hobgoblins. And the hobgoblins did state that they were picking up Captain Garf for a mission that he was supposed to be a part of.
Okay. So do we know the location of this cave?
I think if I go through my notes, it should be
think they
kind of
told us,
north from the inn.
Yeah.
All right, well, we can.
It would be. I'm gonna just give it to you. It's to the northeast.
Okay,
It says
they gave
that
us
in
general
the journal. It says the new site is to the northeast.
How much of a trek is that?
If you follow the coast, you'll be there in an hour or two.
Oh.
Should we long rest it first though?
In a boat?
Yeah,
though?
I feel like we should long rest. We should
you take a
inform
boat,
Reddit.
it'll
We
only be
should
like a
start
couple
the
minutes.
transition
Okay.
of the townsfolk back into the. Is there like a banner or a flag that I could just cut down so the people know that we've liberated this village.
There's a tapestry.
I take down the tapestry.
All right.
Light it on fire. I don't know. You can soil it.
Yeah, it smells now.
Okay. Now what?
We blow a horn. Let them know. And we let them know that town, or at least to find out where everyone ran off to, all the townsfolk.
From the distance, you can see the shanty towns very far off, but you see people kind of coming off of the shanty town. They're looking, and you are sticking your hand out the window, and
Yeah, I'm doing one of those things. Do I have
and you're
anything?
doing that thing, and literally they're all rushing in as Delron exits out the front door.
And I tell them that they're all dead and stuff, and that it's safe. They should start rebuilding or whatever.
Literally, the townsfolk go in. The Glam of the apothecary, she's kind of limping in with Redith, and she's holding the what was given to her by
Jan.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom gave it to her, and she's kind of slowly taking it in, and she sees you, and she holds you, and she grabs your hand before you're gonna go off and go do something, and she holds your hand, and she says, "You saved us. You saved us." And then she holds her hand up, like she wants to touch your face.
Oh, I kneel down.
You kneel down, and she touches your face, and you say, she says, "You sweet boy, you've done more than you needed to. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And
I say it wasn't just me. I mean, the others are inside if you want to see them. But
she
thank
turns
you.
her head to the apothecary, which is smoldering now,
Sorry.
and she says,
Yeah, sorry about that.
"I know you did what you needed to. I know you did what you needed to." And she's looking at the apothecary, and it's like smoldering. And as it gets there, you notice there's a cold chill, and it begins to snow.
Oh, snap.
And that's where we will end today's episode, as it begins to snow very lightly on the town of Tidesville.
Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas.
Bye. See you guys next time. Happy holidays.